All right, welcome back. We are live once again on the KGNS app, live to the website at kgns.tv. We're also live to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel on this Tuesday morning. It is the 22nd day of August. I'm showing you the traffic camera there at I-35 at Del Mar. As you can see now, the rain is definitely affecting the highway and the roadways, and we're just really getting started. We are possibly going to see some accumulation of rain between 2 and 3 inches as Tropical Storm Harold has made its way into Texas at Padre Island, and we're seeing the outer bands of this storm. And so we are anticipating some more rain. We are under a wind advisory starting at 12 this afternoon until 7. So these are all things to keep in mind. Also, we were notified about half an hour ago, maybe 40 minutes ago, by both the school districts that they are having early release now due to the weather. So there's the schedule. If you didn't catch it earlier, that is for both UISD and LISD. They are providing transportation. If you're a parent or a guardian of anybody at those school districts, you have probably already been inundated with messages from them with this information, but we're getting it out to you as well in case you're not connected to the campuses for whatever reason. And again, they are providing transportation. So bus transportation will be available for this early release. Harmony schools have also told us that they are going to be closing early for the day. And again, this is just all in anticipation of what's to come with this storm. You can also expect the regular roadways that flood when we have large amounts of rain. And so we'll be keeping an eye on that with the Laredo Police Department, with the Laredo Fire Department, and all of the emergency services folks that keep us updated as this storm makes its way through to the Gateway City. Should be within the next several hours that we will see an increase in this rain. As the storm moves inland, of course, it'll weaken, but still we should get some good rain. So there's that, and we've got Telemundo en tu Casa coming up at 11 o'clock, so I'll be off here before them, and then I will see you on KGNS News at noon. We've got all of our afternoon newscasts. You can stay connected with the KGNS app, with the Telemundo app. You can go to our websites, and we will keep you informed as we get information brought in to us. So just keep that in mind throughout the day. We will keep you informed as to what's happening with this storm. I told you we had an interview scheduled, but I had to put her off for a little while. I apologize to Juanita Guerra. She is now joining us this morning. She is with SCAN's Border Project launch. Juanita, thank you for your patience, and thank you for being here on the Digital News Desk. How are you?
How are you, Ruben? Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on, and no problem. I understand that when things like this happen, we got to get the news out there to our community members. So as a parent myself, I really appreciate the information.
Was your
phone? So happy to be here.
Yeah, was your phone going off with all the messages when the schools decided to release early?
Yes, actually, my child goes to a local learning center, so I got those messages as well. So early dismissal for pretty much everybody today. So
sounds good.
I'm sure parents are out there scrambling right now.
No, I know it's it's breaking news for us, but it's sometimes bad news for parents because they don't have a way to go pick up their child. Now they've got to worry about whether the transportation is going to take them home, which it should. But it's definitely something that parents don't want to have to worry about, but unfortunately that's the situation we are in this morning, and hopefully everything is okay. But back to school means that you're kind of back to business, although you're always in business, Juanita, over at SCAN with the Border Project launch, but now things are picking up because of the school year, correct?
That is exactly right, Ruben. So again, our program is Border Project Launch. Those of you that are familiar with SCAN, we are a nonprofit organization really focusing on the mental health of our community. But within SCAN, there are so many programs, and each program focuses on different areas of mental health and overall, wellness. And so our program, we work with children 0 to 8. And within that program, we have different services that we provide for children within that age range. And of course, for their parents, caregivers, and even educators. And so that's what I'm here to share with you all today as we go back into what I would say normal times with everybody back to school. We start to see and hear of the many behavioral challenges that parents as well as educators start to encounter with young children. And of course, those behavioral challenges are for many different reasons, right? And so our program is here to provide support and guidance to caregivers and to educators in the best way that we can.
And so what kind of calls are you getting now that school has started up again, Juanita?
The most typical one is my child is not adapting well. It's the first week or two for most children. In many cases, it's the first time a child is going to school. They've never been in a learning environment before. And so their adjustment may take a long time. But in the interim, while that happens, if it ever happens, because in some cases it just the child has a really, really hard time. Of course, parents are really stressed because what do I do? At home, I'm really struggling to get them going. They don't want to stay. When it comes to drop off, I'm getting all these calls. I'm getting all these messages from school. And so parents are overwhelmed and teachers are overwhelmed because they're the ones who are having to handle these situations during the school day. So those are the typical calls that we're getting and the typical referrals that we receive, which is what do I do? Because I'm really at my wit's end here or out of options. In many cases, of course, it's also early signs of something. It could be that the child needs to be properly screened and evaluated. We may be looking at some sort of developmental delay, or is there something present, right? Is there something that the child needs to be thoroughly evaluated for? Because are we looking at a possible diagnosis of things like ADHD, ADD, or autism? So as a program, what Project Launch always aims to do is to identify things early, to be able to provide early interventions. The sooner, the better is our philosophy within our program.
And who reaches out? Who takes care of the outreach, Juanita? Is that the school district? Is it a counselor, or is it a parent?
It could be anybody. The referral can come from many different sources. Most often than not, it is from the schools. So for example, one of our greatest partnerships is with Webb County Head Start. So we work very closely with their program. And so they sent the referrals to us. Usually it starts in the form of a mental health consultation, which is what I specialize in. And so I'm able to then go and do an in-classroom observation of the child to be able to get a greater sense of, okay, what are exactly the behaviors? What could possibly be triggering the behaviors? Or what are we looking at here? And then based on such observation, be able to make proper recommendations and referrals, whether that is to the caregiver, to the child's parents or caregiver, or to the center itself. So, and then in that sense, we also have services within our program that we can refer to. So we do have a form of play therapy for child and parent or caregiver. We do have parenting education sessions. We have different evidence-based curriculums that we use to be able to provide caregivers and educators with techniques and skill sets to be able to approach certain behaviors that will hopefully give them greater results when managing the behavior in the home or in the classroom. We do have trainings as well. We have one particular training that we really, really highly recommend for any adult who is in connection with a child. So whether, again, that's caregivers or it's educators in the classroom. So this training is called CARE. It stands for Child-Adult Relationship Enhancement Training. And it is really a training, a workshop for anybody who participates to be able to walk out of the training with a specific skill set in terms of how to relate better to the child. And then when it comes to redirecting them or giving commands, having a better, more effective approach. And so that training is highly recommended, again, for any caregiver or educator working with young children, and it's completely free. So all that people have to do is just reach out to us, say we are very interested in this CARE training, and we go ahead and accommodate them in terms of scheduling it. And if they don't have a facility where they can host the training of their own, we have a facility that we often use through one of our scan locations. And so that is the kind of outreach that we get. Of course, we're always doing outreach. We're out there in the community, whether it's health fairs or other opportunities that we get to go and spread the message of the services that we provide. But the referral can come from the parent themselves, which we call a self-referral, from the school, from a school counselor, or from any other, primary practitioner. So it can come from a pediatrician's office. It can come from another mental health provider. So the referrals are always welcome. We do have a formal referral form, but it can be as easy as just picking up the phone and giving us a call.
And all of these services are free, Juanita?
Absolutely free for any resident of Webb County. And again, the age group that we serve is 0 to 8 when it comes to the children. SCAN does have programs for children that are older than that, but those are different programs that we can definitely refer to or point the referral person or source in that direction. But for us, for Project Launch, it's 0 to 8. And then depending on the service, there are other age restrictions, which we can, of course, provide further information when folks give us a call or stop by our location, which is just down the street from you guys for now, because I know you guys are relocating soon. But yes, we're right here off the corner of Village Boulevard and Springfield Avenue. We're inside of Springfield Plaza. So folks can also stop by during our business hours and ask for more information.
Here's the flyer. I'm sharing it on the screen. Juanita Guerra is with Scan Laredo's Border Project Launch. There's a phone number there, 568-7198, correct?
Correct. And we really are encouraging caregivers at this time with little ones 0 to 5 to give us a call and schedule a developmental screening for their child. We offer free developmental screenings, and those screenings are aimed at ensuring that your child is hitting all of their milestones. And if they are not, then, is there something that the caregiver should be concerned about? Is it what we would term a typical delay? Is it a more concerning delay? Or are we possibly looking at early signs of something that the child would need to be further evaluated for? So what I always tell caregivers is, the more information you have, the more power to you to be able to make informed decisions when it comes to your child's wellness, healthcare, mental health care. And so that way we can be able to provide you with that guidance and support, because it can be so overwhelming for parents and caregivers to face this and to get some answers sometimes. So that's what our program is here for, to provide guidance, support, and hopefully some answers.
Sounds good. Juanita Guerra, thank you so much. Thanks for all you do. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ruben, for having us on. And everybody out there, take care, be safe, go pick up your kids.
And we'll see Juanita on the noon show. She'll be back here at the studios. So, all right. Thank you, Juanita.
See you soon.
God bless you.
Thank you, Ruben.
All right.
Bye-bye.
So that's it for me. I got to go. Telemundo en tu Casa is coming up. We'll keep you informed. I'm sure they are. I'm not been able to keep up with the messages within the newsroom, but I'm guessing they will be doing some things with the weather, I would imagine, because that's the big story for today. Sorry. And then I'll see you on the noon show. Okay, we got more coming up throughout the day as this storm makes its way into the Gateway City. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed rest of your day. I'm going to leave the flyer up there for you for Scan, the Laredo, Scan Laredo's Border Project Launch. There's the phone number, the address, all of that information if you are interested. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.